So what's Trump's beef with South Africa? The new U.S. administration has been taking pot shots at one of Africa's most developed democracies, leveling serious allegations against the South African government that is not taking them laying down. The Ramaphosa National Coalition government and the opposition are furious with Trump, and especially his loyal bestie Elon Musk, whose father, by the way, still lives in South Africa and has had various run-ins with the authorities. This is what is happening in Pretoria amidst the whole tariffs debacle and racism allegations.
It's been a roller coaster ride for South Africa ever since US President Donald Trump returned to the White House in Washington, D.C. In his blitz executive orders, the president aimed his guns at Pretoria. Trump's government started by criticizing South African policies and froze crucial aid. The United States pulled out of a climate funding deal to help developing countries transition to clean energy, one of the main beneficiaries of which is South Africa. US aid cut was the most huge action by the US to South Africa. The funding freeze could permanently impact the immunization infrastructure in the country as well as across the continent. While South Africa was able to build up its vaccine capacity during COVID, many critics say those gains may be at risk even if USAID funding is eventually reinstated.
Such kind of funding cut has direct impact on people's lives and also on the human resource and subsequently also the investment in the infrastructure that delivers these services is at risk because once you stop, you don't come after 3 months or 4 months and find the infrastructure is still there. You may have to restart again. And you know, this restarting, we're talking about many lives lost, many jobs lost.
And the US did not stop there. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said that South Africa's ambassador to the United States is no longer welcome in the country in the latest Trump administration move targeting the African nation. Rubio, in a post on X, accused Ibrahim Rasool of being a race-baiting politician who hates President Donald Trump. Rubio declared the South African diplomat persona non grata. For weeks, Trump further fueled tensions, saying South Africa's farmers were welcome to settle in the United States after repeating his accusations that the government was confiscating land from white people. One of Trump's closest allies is South African-born billionaire Elon Musk, who has accused South African President Cyril Ramaphosa's government of having openly racist ownership lands and laws. Land ownership is a contentious issue in South Africa, with most farmland still owned by white people 3 decades after the end of apartheid, and the government under pressure to implement reforms. And now, South Africa seems to have found a new partner in the European Union. Even hosting a summit in Cape Town, the European Union and South Africa vow to deepen cooperation as both grapple with aid and trade threats from the new US administration. European Commission head Ursula von der Leyen also plans to mobilize a 4.7 billion euro investment package in South Africa that includes funding for a transition to clean energy and to boost vaccine manufacturing. The EU-South Africa summit came at a time of global uncertainty characterized by rising unilateralism, economic nationalism. South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa said in opening remarks that reference a huge global shakeup since US leader Donald Trump took office.
There ever was a time when it is absolutely necessary for partners who share the same values to work together. This is the time, particularly when multilateralism is under attack, particularly when the world order process is also being weakened. This is the time to work together in defense of what we believe in: democracy, the rule of law, including the respect for international law and international humanitarian law.
The US imposed tariffs of 25% on steel and aluminium imports from EU and threatened to impose a 200% tariff on wine, champagne and other alcoholic products from the 27-nation bloc. Von der Leyen said the massive EU investment package included funding for a transition to clean energy, including from the wind and sun and through the production of clean hydrogen.
We are together announcing an investment package to mobilize 4.7 billion euro in South Africa, and this is in both our interest. It includes funding for the clean energy transition, but also funding to boost vaccine manufacturing. South Africa wants to protect the health of its people as well as your autonomy and your local industries.
Trump also announced a plan to offer Afrikaners refugee status in the US. They are only one part of South Africa's white minority. Musk, who heads Trump's Department of Government Efficiency, has highlighted the land law in social media posts and cast it as a threat to South Africa's white minority. It now remains to be seen how this rocky relationship will escalate or de-escalate. Africa Bureau, WION, World is One.